Hey, how's it going, guys? It is Fox98 here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of my F1 2021 Road to Mercedes. We're here for the French Grand Prix, and I'm looking forward to this race. Obviously, if you guys end up enjoying today's video, feel free to drop the video a like. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithm and helps spread the video out for people to see. Let's try and spread the videos on my channels to as many people as we possibly can, just like Corona spreads around the world. We can compare myself to coronavirus. Let's do that. Today we're here for La France. Also, if you are new around here as well, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely free. It keeps you up to date whenever I upload a video, and of course it helps the channel grow, so I really appreciate it. Now, as we head into this Grand Prix, we've got a couple of upgrades that have arrived and one that failed. We had a weight redistribution for the hydraulics that failed, but we had a general maintenance come for the durability. That's a Mercedes thing. And then we did a fuel efficiency upgrade as well, so it means we can be a little bit lighter on fuel, which is definitely going to help us out. There's our new rivalry with Lewis Hamilton, of course. Now, here's some of the stats that we've done so far in this series. We've not won any championships yet. We've had 3 pole positions, 263 points. We've had 3 race victories. We've had 10 podium finishes. Average finishing position has been 7th. Average grid position has been 11th. Miles driven, 1,600 miles. 3 fastest laps, 484 laps driven, and we've joined 2 teams, and of course we're currently looking to try and join Mercedes, so we're going to keep that going. But as you can see in the performance comparison chart, our minor upgrade brings us right next to Mercedes-Benz now, heading into this race. Ferrari make a good upgrade as well to get ahead of Alpine and McLaren, and you can see that we've been on the podium in every race bar Spain. Now, France is very similar to Spain, a lot of high-speed corners where the AIs do tend to be quicker, so this might be a difficult one for us, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. And here's the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors. We are currently 36 points clear in the Drivers' Championship, and in the Constructors, there's just a point in it between ourselves and Mercedes-Benz, but we need Stroll to get up there. But hopefully now, after his strong performance in the last race, he's able to basically help us again in this race. So we're going to crack on now with some objectives here for the proceedings of this weekend. So we're going to go ahead and do basically every single 100% area for this car. And the track climatization, smash that out as well. I don't think we'll be able to have any time to do any... Oh, that was close. Oh, bollocks, we didn't even get it. Okay, never mind. I thought Jeff was going to come on the radio then and actually inform me, but we have a fuel system fault to start quali, which isn't great. Apparently there's some mixed weather.
The situation at the moment seems like something's off with the fuel injection system. We're looking into it, but we're going to be out of action for a few minutes.
Took your time with that, Jeff, didn't you? Jeez. You really left me on a knife edge there, didn't you, in terms of overall performance, so yeah, that's great. Right, there's our opening lap then for this session. It's a 1 minute 26.5. A lot of understeer in this car right now. That's what I'm starting to notice. A lot of understeers, so something I need to look at potentially with the setup. It's a scruffy last corner. We're going to improve by a second though, at least. That still puts us fastest.
That's the fastest lap
Good,
so far.
good lap that. Really happy with it as well. A few mistakes in there. We broke too early into turn 1. There's time to find, but building some confidence now because we could see wet conditions in the race, but positive to see that we're still up there, especially around France, because I thought this would be a difficult track for us, in all honesty. How far on the pace actually were we? 2/10, that's good. Right then, just like that, it's... Oh, Stroll, you pagan. Right, we're through into Q3, but Lance Stroll's been knocked out in Q2, and I don't need that. Verstappen also out in Q2 actually as well, but we need Stroll up here, man. We got the second fastest car. We're right on Mercedes' tail, and we're in a fight with them. And he's... God damn you, Lance. Damn it, I made a mistake in the last 2 corners then. You would have seen it. I might show it, depends on when I edit and cut it out. I was about 2.5 tenths, maybe 3 tenths up, and then I just threw it all away in the last 2 corners. I went in too wide. Yeah, we could have easily got pole then. If we lost the time that we lost through there, it was easily enough for pole position. That's a pain. That's annoying as well. But it is what it is. We're going to be starting third on the grid. It's a Mercedes front row lockout. We're going to have to try and beat them on track.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Thomas, Ricciardo, Lando Norris, and Fernando Alonso. Leclerc, Gasly, Tsunoda, and Lance Stroll. Verstappen, Ocon, Carlos Sainz, and Mick Schumacher. Latifi, Russell, Christian and Sergio Perez, Giovinazzi, and now it's time to head down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum.
Right, so we're here then for the French Grand Prix. It's going to be a wet race near the end, tyres at the end, but we'll just have to wait and see. But we're going to give it everything. I feel like Verstappen 2020 right now because my T5 lights. Try and get as little wheel spin as possible. It's not been a brilliant start for us, but we have got the outside line, which I can take on Bottas. That is P2 in our bag. That's what we wanted. We've got Alonso now ahead of Valtteri 2, which is really going to help me out. Now, Sector 1 and 2 are my strongest sectors. I'm going to set myself up here on Lewis. That's not brilliant through there. Yeah, back end wanted to play. And we are settling in for second place at the moment then. Let's just settle ourselves in, Alonso behind. Going to use the battery on the straight here to try and close to Lewis. Now we'll just have to stick with him. Oh, you've gone in deep. I wasn't expecting to have you now. But I will. Lovely fight. Nice. We are ahead. Lewis went in too deep into that corner and he's just opened the door for me. Whoa, back end, stay with me.
You're doing well out there, keep it up.
I'm doing a great job,
About
Jeff.
10 more
Yeah, he
minutes
just
of
went in
rain.
too deep then
10
into that
minutes.
corner. Jeff telling me 10 more minutes of rain. That should mean that we'll dry up beforehand. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, this is great for us now. This is really good. New fastest lap, establishing some dominance.
Green flag.
And we got a yellow flag behind. Someone's had an issue. It's like one of the Ferraris by the looks of it. No, it's the... Oh, it's Stroll. Oh, for God's sake. That's really not what we needed. I needed Stroll in this race. It means now that with Mercedes where they are, I think they'll increase their Constructors' Championship lead as well. Ooh, and increase it by even more if I go off like that. What's happened to Stroll? He had an engine failure. I can't get onto him because I'm a pagan. No, he's just had a mechanical issue. Look, that's really frustrating. We needed Stroll to pick up the pieces from his poor qualifying session. He had a brilliant home race in Canada, but that's annoying. Right, anyway, for us though, 3.7 seconds clear of Hamilton. I found my groove around this track, and I found the groove in the wet weather right now. So the car's feeling absolutely superb, I must say. It's riding these curbs so well. I feel like a slut on a Friday night. I can ride anything. Whoopsie. Slight error for me there. Left my ERS on. Shouldn't really be doing that.
DRS has been enabled.
I was wondering when the DRS was going to get enabled. Right at the end of the Grand Prix. No need to go onto the dries. And the tyres have had it now, especially my fronts. Fronts are dead now, but it's been a commanding French Grand Prix. As soon as we got past Lewis Hamilton, nobody could stop us. The Aston Martin rolls on its victory at Paul Ricard. Alright, so we're here then for the full race results then. So we managed to take the victory here at the French Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton finishes in second for Mercedes, 6.4 seconds behind in the end. Alonso claims a brilliant P3. But unfortunately, it's one of those races where, because it was wet, there was no DRS, there wasn't really any overtaking. Like Bottas was held up behind Alonso for the whole race, Ricciardo finishes in 5th ahead of Norris, Leclerc in 7th, Gasly 8th, Tsunoda 9th, Verstappen P10. And of course, Stroll was the only driver to DNF from the race, which is a real pain, really, real pain. Looking at the Drivers' Championship, we now go to 49 points clear of Lewis Hamilton in the Drivers' Championship, with Bottas next with 50 points behind. Then it is Verstappen ahead of Norris, who gets in front of Leclerc. Ricciardo also closing the gap. He's on 51 points. Alonso goes to 49 points, with Yuki Tsunoda now on 30 points, and Stroll stays on 29 points. Looking at the Constructors' Championship now, the gap is 5 points between ourselves and Mercedes-Benz. We only lost 4 points from today's race, which isn't the end of the world, as we managed to carry the Aston Martin once again. But we're going to go straight into the laptop now and get some upgrades on this car and get us closer, if not ahead, of Mercedes-Benz. Right, so some good news then heading into this weekend. The hydraulics that we had a failure with in the previous episode is now ready for the Austrian Grand Prix, because of course we've repurchased it again, which hopefully now, if I go to the chassis, should unlock brakes. It didn't unlock any brakes. That's depressing. I literally cannot upgrade the brakes, and it's frustrating because I need to upgrade those brakes. I've done everything on that side. It is literally just tyres, and I'm not sure. In short, I genuinely can't. I'm literally getting to a point where I'm maxed at the moment on stuff, so I don't really know what I want to do here. I've got maximum aero upgrades now. Chassis side of things, I can only do tyres, but that requires facility spec 3, facility spec 3. I don't have the facilities yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some work on the ERS, because I feel like I need a bit more juice, should we say, and I think that is a sensible one to go with. Now, if there's anything else that we can do, we will do it. If not, I will hold back on the points that I have. That I can't afford any of those. Yeah, sorry, I can't afford any of them. So I'll just wait and see if this control electronics gets onto the car, and it does. Okay, and we're just going to hold our resource points.
Through the fabrication process, we'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Cheers, babes. Yeah, there's nothing I can do then. I literally just have to wait. So guys, if you have enjoyed today's episode of my F1 2021 Road to Mercedes, feel free to drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here as well. And I'll see you guys for the next race at Austria. Take care all. Peace.